Well, hello there and good day. Thank you so much for joining me. I am FrostPDP, and today we're going to do a little channel update on the FrostPDP channel because it's about time. It's been a while since I've done a video updating you on the status of things. Things have changed. Things have got to change again, perhaps. So we're doing one thing at a time, and we're going to try to make this relevant, okay? Okay, good. So if you've been watching, you know we just finished a playthrough of Final Fantasy Tactics, or at least a story playthrough. I know I can still do Midlight's Deep. I'm kind of waiting on if I'm going to do that or not. It depends on if I feel like I'm in the mood to deal with it. It's extra content. It's not a bad thing. I just don't know if I feel like doing it because I was really into the story of Tactics, and that's what I really wanted to get out of this. And there are other things that I want to do with the channel as well. For example, you might notice, and we'll talk about the specifics of how I've been playing games lately in a little bit, but you may have noticed I put my Crusader Kings 3 and my Breath of Fire 2 campaigns on hold, mainly for Tactics. And also because I've been playing a lot more Fortnite with Zorsil, Eclair, Rummy Dozer, Tiff, everybody. What does that mean for the channel's future? Well, it means for one that I like Fortnite. That will probably take a break if they do a Harry Potter season because I'm not going to play a Harry Potter. But it does mean that like, hey, there's going to be more Fortnite on this channel, which we get wins. So you never. It's not like we don't get wins. So you're not going to be watching me come in like 18th place every single time. We try to make fun moments. I'm not alone, so you've got other people carrying. But with that said, I do want to get back to Breath of Fire 2. I know I'm in the middle of the dungeon for Nina, and I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that, but I got to do that. Then comes the church, I think, and then comes like Infinity. So we're almost done with the game. We're going to get back to that. Again, we're going to talk about the specifics of how later. But we're going to get back into that. And we're going to get back into Crusader Kings 3. I don't know if I'm going to block updating so that I don't get All Under Heaven. Or if I'm going to try All Under Heaven. If you want me to try All Under Heaven, now's your call to action. Leave a comment down below and tell me who you want me to play. I'm not very good at Crusader Kings 3, but I will play it. If you give me a person that seems interesting historically or interesting from a gameplay mechanic standpoint, I will try them. But I do kind of want to keep playing my Ireland game, and I don't think I can do that if I update to All Under Heaven. So I'm not making any decisions right away, and we'll go over some of that when we get to the real life section. But basically, yeah, that's kind of how this is happening. Yeah, I want to get back into Breath of Fire 2. I want to get back into Crusader Kings 3. And that's kind of where this channel is headed, other than the Fortnite stuff. And now let's talk about the how, because I've been hinting at there's this how things are going on. And that's kind of like key to this, because you may have noticed if you watched the last stream, or the recording of the last stream, it didn't look too good, did it? Okay, so for the how, right? The proverbial how. As you've probably noticed lately, I've been doing a lot of live streaming. I've been streaming to both Twitch and YouTube simultaneously. And that may work with Breath of Fire 2, which is like a 16-bit sprite game, but it has not even been working with Final Fantasy Tactics, let alone with Fortnite or probably Marvel Rivals or anything else that is intensely video demanding. And I think, and I'm not 100% sure about this, my friend Zorsil and I are working on this, I think bitrate related, but I'm not sure. So let's talk about this. Originally, Zorsil was like, hey man, your Fortnite stuff, I was going to make some clips for you, and I came across the fact that it's very pixelated. And I'm like, okay, cool, what's that mean? Figure it's bitrate. Okay, we spent like a day doing test streams, which again, I'm so grateful to like Zorsil. He's one of my best friends since childhood. Like, thank you. Go check out his channel. He posts Sonic Racing stuff all the time. He's really fucking good at that game. And Fortnite and pretty much anything else puts his mind to. So we have we spent the day working on stuff. Thought we had it fixed. Then we saw what I put out on Sunday and how it's not pixelated, but it's stop and start. You get some frames, you drop some frames. You get some frames, you drop some frames. You get some frames, you drop some frames. And that's not acceptable to me. Ursula even pointed out how with the pixelation, you could see it in the Final Fantasy Tactics playthrough. You could see that, like, hey, this is not particularly great looking. There's pixelation when you go to the dark spots. And I'm like, okay. I don't know the solution to this. This starts bleeding into the real life stuff, which we're going to talk about. Nothing bad, by the way. Nothing bad. I just want to clear that up. There's nothing bad here. Just annoying. Because for lack of a better situation, I don't think I'm able to fix my upload-download speeds. My download is fine. My upload is 35, which is proving to be insufficient, I think. And I don't know if I can fix this because I can't do a long-term thing right now. I can't do a long-term network contract. I can't just up it and be like, oh, well, I'm going to have this year, because I'm not going to have it for a year. It's a good thing, but it's a thing. So that's not an option unless they'll only let me make it a change for a few months. I'm kind of in the middle of a pickle. And if I need a new router or a new modem or something, it just becomes more hassle, which plays into the real life stuff. Again, nothing bad. So how I've been making stuff has been live streaming to YouTube, and that gets saved as a VOD, and it's just saved on my YouTube forever, which was convenient in most respects. I'd have to go in after the fact and put in what specifically was played and search terms and all that, but it also seemed like it was getting a lot of viewers. Especially the Final Fantasy Tactics was getting viewers, and the subscriber count has grown. But I think I'm going to go back to I'm going to try just streaming on Twitch. So, again, I'm FrostPDP. It says it right here. I am FrostPDP on Twitch. You can find me there. Doesn't mean I don't like YouTube. I like YouTube. I prefer YouTube. To be dead honest, I prefer YouTube because it backs up the videos forever. But if I stream to Twitch, record offline, and upload to YouTube that way, I lose out on the live commentary from YouTube, which I know some of you are watching, and, like, I get it. I do. I really like interacting with you. It's half the fun of the streaming thing. But at the same time, I can't really get into a position where I, for lack of a better term, I have to upload to two different places, which isn't working. It's not looking good. It's not a presentable product for me. And I don't want to let you down by having trash gameplay. Like, for Crusader Kings, that might not matter so much. For an action game like Fortnite, it really does. And it's like, I want to be able to look at these wins that we're getting and these moments that we're creating with friends and be like, hey, these are moments to hang on to make little clips out of, to, you know, remember for the future, for when things get darker in this world, because they're getting darker. Aren't they? Aren't they? And I just don't want a bad product for that. For lack of it, I mean, I know product isn't really the right word, because, like, it's an art to stream and be entertaining and just socially engage people, but it is just gaming too, so okay, but I don't want it to be bad material. I don't want to work with a bad thing. So I don't want you to have to watch a bad thing. So there's that. Let's so that's probably what's going to happen, unless we're able to work something out where, or maybe this was a one-time issue and there was some kind of upload. I don't know. Unless we're able to work something out, most likely I'm going to go back to, at the very most, streaming on Twitch, recording, and uploading to YouTube. The comment section is there for you to engage with me. I answer comments almost regularly, unless it's on a really old video and it's like, I didn't know you could do this. A lot of times I'll just be like, cool. I'm glad I was educational. Cool. But, like, there's nothing more for me to say. If there's something for me to say, if there's feedback, I will engage with it. Well, let's talk about the real life stuff, because this is where it gets interesting. So now for real life update stuff. And we got a lot of good things going on here. Can't tell you everything, but we got a lot of good things. First of all, the YouTube channel, FrostPDP, has 765 viewers. That's +5 over the last 28 days. I'm sorry, viewers, subscribers. Past 28 days is +5. Past rest of the year of 2025 has been I want to say 33, but I'm not sure on the numbers. I'll have to check. I have another YouTube channel, Dystopian Review, where I do dystopian literature analysis and also dystopian political analysis. Dystopian themed political analysis. Like I said, things are going to get worse. That channel's almost at 100 subscribers. If we hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year, I will do a review of Terminator Zero. I'll rewatch it. This time in English. I watched it in Japanese since it takes place in Japan. I figured I'd watch it in Japanese. I'll rewatch it and I'll give it a review. I've already done a few Terminator things, pretty much all the original Terminator stuff, plus the Sarah Connor Chronicles. So if you want to see more Terminator, subscribe. There will be a link in the description. The other big piece of real life news is that I'm working on my next book. It's going to be the 4th full-length novel in the setting of the Kingdom of Amour. It's the first trilogy was the Pillars of the Kingdom trilogy. It's going to feature mostly the same characters, a few new ones, a few old ones. But it's structured very differently. It's got much better writing intentionality, and I'm in the middle of editing. I don't just have this started. I don't just have notes. I have notes for 2 books after this. Not 1 book after this, 2 books after this. I have ideas. I know what I'm writing. It's just a matter of, like, getting it done. And editing is always the hardest part. I'm working with Justine Manzano. She's fantastic. She's heavily involved with Red Hive, which is an organization I'm involved with. It's very good editing. We're making a lot of progress. We're getting stuff done. It's just that it takes time to get through stuff. It's facing a reflection of yourself from the past and seeing, like, what did I make mistakes with? What do I need to fix? How do I fix it? And how do I confront myself that I have to be the one to fix my mistakes? So sometimes I look at a thing and I'm stuck for 2 days. I'm just like, I can't do this. Sometimes I look at something and I'm like, okay, done. Here's the next chapter. Done. So I'm up to chapter 4. There's about 26, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. There may be more chapters in a trench coat. It's what I call it when I have one long chapter that needs to be split up into 2 or 3. There's chapters in a trench coat, like kobolds in a trench coat. Kind of like that. Like children in a trench coat when they're sneaking into the movies. That old comic strip. Yeah. So, there's that. When will it be out? I will keep you updated. I will eventually start using my personal YouTube more, but that's that's for another day. For now, just know that there's a book coming out. I will be talking about it on the channel. I will be doing stuff with it. When the time comes, there's that stuff. So yeah, those are the big updates for me, right? Because other than that, like, I have stuff coming up next year that's going to be life-changing, but it's still very much in the development phase, and I don't want to talk about it, because it's in the development phase, and when you talk about things that are in development, things go wrong. We don't want to do that. So, we're going to keep doing what we've been doing. I'm going to keep streaming Fortnite, or uploading Fortnite, because I enjoy that game. I just do. I'm not going to play the Harry Potter season, because transphobia sucks, but I've been enjoying The Simpsons. Been enjoying what I've been playing. Been enjoying spending time with my friends most of all. Gonna start on Breath of Fire 2 again. Gonna start on Crusader Kings 3. Leave a comment. Let me know if you want me to do All Under Heaven or if you want me to keep going with Ireland. Yeah, I have a Discord. There's a link in the description to the Discord. Join that. That's where you go to get updates when I go live. Which is a lot of times it's just ad hoc. It's just like, oh hey, I have 2 hours of free time. Let me go play some video games. Mostly it's that. So that's how that goes. Anyway, this has been a long update. I thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate your time. Share this video around. Let me know what you think. Thank you all so much for joining me and as always on this channel. Pieces.